Yo, PFT, what's for lunch?
Thanks, Donnie. It's soup season.
All right, what kind of soup? I don't know, we'll find out.
I'm a private chef, cook for money, yeah.
Guys, welcome back to What's for Lunch. PFT, welcome to What's for Lunch. First time guest.
Thank you, Donnie. I don't know, do you type? Do
You want to tie here? Yeah, well, you can, I go in front. You go
that makes way more sense. I'm not an apron guy normally.
No, that works. You can do it behind, they both work, but the front's nice, then you can tug a towel on here. We'll give you a towel.
Yeah, let's tug that towel.
You'll look professional.
All right, thank you, chef.
There you go. All right, Avgolemono, is that correct? Avgolemono soup?
There's gonna be a bunch of Greeks in your mentions telling you that's not how you actually pronounce it, but they complain about everything.
Okay.
No disrespect to the Greeks. I love Greek people, I love their food. I think it's Avgolemono? I don't know.
It's my first time ever making this, so this is new for me. It's actually exciting, and this is a good way to show people that have never made a recipe how it's done. So like what I like to do is you gave me the name of it, I looked up maybe like 10, 15 recipes, saw what was consistent, saw what people changed, and then kind of made my own from there. What's cool about the soup is it's thickened and the creaminess comes from egg yolks, or egg yolks and egg whites, which I've never seen in the soup before.
But for me, this is the perfect chicken noodle soup version. It's got rice instead of noodles though, and the lemon, to me, like, you don't have to add as much salt to it if you put enough citrus in it. It's delicious. It's the Soup of Kings. It is my favorite soup in the entire world, and I love soup. I would eat soup every day. My grandfather used to tell me, we go out to dinner, and he would get soup after the meal was over. So instead of dessert, he would order a round of soup for the table, and he would say it fills in the cracks. It's a good meal to have anytime. I have soup for breakfast. Actually, cereal is soup, isn't it?
I guess technically it is soup. It's soup adjacent.
It's soup adjacent.
Well, gazpacho's cold, so yeah, I guess a cereal could be a gazpacho technically.
Yeah, is cereal soup? That's a question that'll fuck you up trying to think about that.
Now I don't know.
Is there a dessert soup? I've been working on dessert soup for like 10 years, and then somebody just told me like that's just melted ice cream.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know, milkshake melted ice cream. Not to my knowledge. I've never seen dessert soup.
I think just about anything can be turned into a soup. This is my favorite.
Well, let's get started. I mean, you're the soup expert, so I can't wait to see what you think of this one. How long have you been into soups? Has that always been like?
I've been in the soup game for years. Probably my first meal was breast milk is a soup, right?
Yeah, any liquid. Well, what's the difference between a soup and a sauce then? Where do you draw the line?
I think there has to be something floating around in it for it to be a soup.
Okay.
You have to be able to suck it through a straw.
We're gonna grate the onion on this, so if you want to go there, we'll do like a pretty fine grate. I wanted to keep it just onion because I like the color. It looks like a very nice white soup if you keep it without all the celery and carrots. So that's what I'm going for with this.
Okay. Are you a soup guy?
I like soup, yeah. Big soup, especially when I was like this summer, I did a lot more soups than I would have expected. But a lot of the gazpachos, a lot of cold soups, a lot of really fresh stuff for summertime. I just like to start a meal out that way. I've never had it as to fill in the cracks. I'm gonna have to steal that line because that's chefs are gonna like that answer. I'm juicing some lemons, and that onion. This is the worst way to cry is when you're grating onions because you're getting the most of that gas released in your eyes. And as you can tell right now, I'm starting to tear up.
Pussy.
I know, I'm crying. Well, I don't have shades on, so you get a little barrier right there.
I only cry in the kitchen if the national anthem's being played, and I turn into a puddle. Do they make fun of you if you cry in the kitchen?
Yeah, it's not the best thing to do, I'll tell you that. We're gonna go in with the onion, and we're using Greek olive oil. I'm keeping it Greek all the way through here.
Greek food's pretty healthy, right?
Very healthy. Mediterranean diet's like one of the healthiest diets.
Yeah, it's like seafood, olive oil.
Yeah, it's super, super healthy. Do you like a lot of fish? Are you a seafood guy?
I like fish. I don't like cooking fish though. I like fried catfish. I like black cod.
Okay.
I'm kind of a salmon guy. I like smoked salmon.
Okay. You're from Virginia though originally, correct?
Yeah.
And what's a staple out there? That's a lot of seafood? Crab?
Blue crab. Blue crab is sitting down in the summertime with like an entire table that's just nothing but blue crab shells and a fuckload of Old Bay. And then you get some Coors Lights, and then you just sit out there for like 4 hours getting drunk and pulling crabs apart with your hand. That might be my favorite meal, like my favorite experience.
Anytime you get to eat with your hands, I feel like the experience is that much better.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna have you grate that just right into the pot. As soon as the garlic starts to smell, that's when usually as far as you want to cook it, so you can tell we already have that aroma.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go in with our chicken stock. I have already pre-cooked my rice, so I'm gonna add that in, but you could put in uncooked rice right now, let that come to a boil, and then the rice would cook in naturally. You're getting a little bit more flavor in that rice because the chicken broth is what's cooking it. This was just in water, but either way will work. Same with the chicken. I've taken a chicken and I've just shredded it up, and we'll put that in. You can poach the entire chicken in water before and make your own stock. And you can also use a rotisserie chicken at home if you really want to make it short, and shred that up, and it'll still taste great.
Cooking rice with chicken stock does. If you want to act like you know what you're doing and like impress people, just make the rice with chicken stock. People are like, this is the best rice I've ever had.
If you want to just wipe this down, I'll show you how to get that. Well, you can use a towel that's in your.
Oh, I forgot.
You don't have to use your hand there, but
I like to get my hands dirty, man. I'm a man of the ingredients.
I'm gonna make you whip these egg whites by hand. No yolks are in that white though. So
Okay.
there's 2 ways to do it. You know the classics, you play catch with it. The other one is you can do it, if you wanna get your hands dirty, you do it directly through your fingers and you let the...
I'm gonna do it that way.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. They don't teach this in sex ed.
There
this
you
is
go.
a great form of birth control. Just strain the egg out with your fingers, boys.
You pinch and shake and pinch and shake.
Oh. Oh, we got some yolk in there.
Over the garbage, over there.
Got some yolk in there. Hang on. We're gonna rescue this guy.
Yeah, we'll make it work. We'll make that one work.
That's fine. The egg in the soup is something that maybe it's just me, but I've never seen it before.
No, I've only ever seen it in Chinese cooking, egg drop soup.
That's right,
The only other way, but I've never seen it where you whip you're doing like a frothy, almost a souffle style egg yolk or egg whites. That's new for me, so I'm excited to try this out. So you're gonna go until that's very frothy. You like to cook a lot?
I used to cook all the time, like almost every dinner I would make myself. It was like a nice way to wind down from the day. But yeah, I love making dumplings. I love making cacio e pepe, some cutlets. Yeah, I like cooking.
Our soup is now boiling, so I'm gonna go ahead. This rice is gonna get reheated. We'll put that in. I'll go in with all our chicken as well. Well, that wasn't...
It's all right.
It's all right. We're making a little...
Dog will get it. That's the best part about having a dog.
Yeah,
You spill anything. Blake, come here. So Blake has actually figured out that when I say oops, that means that I drop some food on the ground. So I say oops and he comes running in. He's like, okay, there's food.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now we'll take this.
I separated those and you put them back together. What the fuck?
That's the only way to get those nice, those whites nice and frothy.
If you didn't separate them, it wouldn't get frothy at all?
Wouldn't. No. Because what you're doing is the proteins in the egg whites, you're denaturing them, you're uncoiling them, and that's as far as the science goes in my head.
I like it, denaturing.
I know you're
Is that an actual word?
Yeah, denaturing the protein.
Okay,
Yeah.
denature that protein. I mean, denature my hair.
So we'll chop up a bunch of fresh dill then. If you want the best control of your knife, hold it right here.
Okay.
And then you can put your hand on top and just rock through that whole thing.
Just rock it. Oh yeah, that's way better.
So this, I'm just folding those yolks now into the whites, and that's gonna go into our soup. This is another important part of this. This is probably the most technical aspect of this. We're putting egg yolks into boiling soup, which if we pour them all right in now, it would scramble the egg. So what we're doing is it's called tempering, and you do this whenever you're making a custard or an ice cream base or anything with egg yolks with hot liquid.
Yeah.
You put a little bit in and stir, so this tempers it. So this is gonna keep it from scrambling.
Egg science to me is crazy. When you're cooking with eggs, there's just so much like chemistry involved.
Yeah, there is. There really is. There's a lot. Like cooking and chemistry are pretty similar. Like I had a teacher in high school, a chemistry teacher that said cooking is just sloppy chemistry, which it kind of is. It can be very precise, but it's mostly just pretty sloppy chemistry.
Delicious chemistry.
Yeah. All right, and you want to go in with that dill too?
Yep. Bam.
How often would you say you eat this?
Probably once a week.
Really?
Yeah, I eat a lot of Avgolemono soup, and I found a great place here in Chicago. So.
Okay, so you're not making it.
I'm not making. I've made it twice, I think.
And now, so we got to put the lemon in. All right, now we'll take that egg white, egg yolk mixture that's been tempered with the broth, and we'll pour that back in.
Oh,
so as you can see, there's no scrambled eggs, and look at that. There's no cream in here at all.
Yeah.
We have just beautiful egg yolks and egg whites. Which is a new technique for me. So you know what?
You get to learn something.
Get to learn something in there. There you go. Put the words in my mouth for me. Appreciate it. All right, let's plate this up here. I'll let you do the honors. You want to get a ladle in there?
Yeah. Ladle. You got me on my knees, ladle.
Are you a big music guy when you're cooking? What's your go-to?
Yeah, you know what I've been on a kick recently? Good vibes in the kitchen. I put on Nappy Roots Radio. You're probably too young to know Nappy Roots. Southern hip hop group.
I think I know Nappy Roots.
Bowling Green,
I know
Kentucky.
reference to them.
Oh no, hell no, boy. I don't want to mince myself, but yeah, just good vibes, positive vibes. Get it going, something to dance to. Yeah, there we go.
Get some chicken in there. Here, finish a little fresh dill, a little garnish on top.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And PFT, there you are.
May I?
Avgolemono. I'll hold it up for you.
That's good. That's out of bounds.
That's out of bounds.
Fresh dill on top was a nice touch.
Well, thank you very much. PFT, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. We've been talking about making this for a while, so I'm glad we made it work. And see you next time.
Soup season. It's a mentality. It's a way of life.